That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the forced applause. We are in front of a live studio audience in Los Angeles, California, right here live. That's right. Oh, no sound. Hold on. They missed everything that I said. That's okay. Can you guys hear me now? Are we good? Can you hear me now? It says leftist audio. No sound. We're good audio? Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good on audio. Hey, all right, round of applause. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much. This broadcast is generously powered by CASHAPP. Thank you so much, CASHAPP. We are here to roast Mr. HasanPikER, everybody. And he's here. Hasan, turn around. Oh! All right, actually, he's right over here. Let's bring him in. Let's bring Hasan in.
All right, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? All right. Give me my.
Can we get some more volume over here?
Wait, they were more excited for Esfand.
Yeah, I know they were. All right, okay. Sit on down, Hasan.
Let me pull this out.
You look great, by the way.
Thank you.
Give it up for the drip for Hasan. Okay. The applause is waning. We need some intense applause. Okay. All right. Welcome, everybody. As I said, we are here to roast my good friend, HasanPikER. I've gathered a group of streamers here that will make you say, wow, will Twitch standards ever stop dropping? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Our star tonight is HasanPikER right here. Twitch streamer, political commentator, journalist, and producer. Hasan is a... Hasan is a man... No, not yet. That's not the joke yet. That's not the joke. That's not the joke. Whoa. Hasan is a man of many talents. I actually thought he had an ASMR channel too, but when I was researching for this joke, I just found out it's just his GTA RP content that's been putting me to sleep. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes I like to imagine what a streamer might be doing with their life if they hadn't blown up on Twitch. And with Hasan, the answer is simple. Porn star. I mean, of course, he's attractive, but he's also got links in the industry. And after seeing clips of him attempting to act in the short film The Gym, I think his acting abilities would make him fit right in. Hasan, we have cue cards for the audience to make sure. All right, Hasan, thanks for being here. I hope we were able to put on a great show tonight. I mean, if the roast does come crashing down, Hasan will just say that we deserved it. That was good. All right. We have our first guest of the evening. So, Chad, I want to brief you real quick. We originally were going to do this all remotely, but on a whim, we decided to get everybody in person. But there's a couple of people, a couple of roasters that couldn't make it in person. One of which is a fan favorite, and that's Candyland. Candyland could not make it today because she's all the way in Sweden, but she has been so gracious to send in a video remotely. And I will foreshadow this was she has written all her own jokes. So, Candyland is up first, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce her. Candyland.
It's gonna be like ripping off.
Hello, everybody, and hello, Austin. Thank you so much for inviting me to your show. Even though I couldn't be there physically or barely virtually, it's okay. So, I'm aware that you like to invite me to your show to be the dumb blonde, but really, who's the dumb one here? Is it me, or is it the guy who thought he was really fooling people into thinking he wasn't gay? Really, Austin? Because you were inviting 10 beautiful women on your show every week, and the only person who was talking more about dick than me, that was you. So, yeah. It speaks for itself. But if that wasn't clear enough, I think the fact that you chose QTCinderella was. I used to be so excited every week when Austin would invite me to the Royals, but that was until I saw Hasan in the lobbies. Every time Hasan was in the lobby, I knew there was gonna be 2 hours of him talking to himself, and that was only the amount of time it took Austin to finally start his stream. When the stream was up and running, there was gonna be 4 more hours of Hasan talking to himself. Nobody understood anything that was going on until somebody finally voted him the winner and he could shut up. Another person I spent a lot of time with on Austin's shows is QTCinderella. Ludwig once said that he loves when QT gives him the gawk gawk suction pump soul snatcher. But it's not because she's good at head. No, it's just nice when she shuts the fuck up for 5 minutes. I don't know much about WillNeff, but he does remind me of a golden retriever. He's blonde, he's cheerful, and he's never out of sight of his owner, Hasan. Stavros Halkias. I'm not really sure who you are, but you do look like the type of guy that hugs me for an uncomfortable amount of time at conventions.
Stavros.
SASHAGREY. I've actually read some of your books. Surprising, right? They're pretty easy for me to understand since your English in writing is just as broken as my English in speaking. You're pretty cute though, so I think you would be even better off to sticking to picture books. Yassuo, 2 years ago was the first time we met on Austin's show Love or Host. I remember you became very upset when I picked host on you. I'm sorry, but now when we know each other better, please don't invite me on your show again. I'm gonna pick host again. Yake. We also met for the first time on Austin's show. I remember how excited you were when you asked me if I was Asian, and I also remember how disappointed you got when I said no. I really wish this was a joke, but it's not. I don't know a lot about Buddha, but from what I can see, he's a GTA RP streamer who spends 10 plus hours every day playing GTA. Buddha, I think you would do yourself a service, if you exited the strip club, logged off, and talked to some real woman.
Buddha's not on the show,
me,
Candy.
but I'm sure that there's someone. But now for the main event.
Yeah, fuck you, Buddha.
When Austin first asked me if I wanted to come on the show and roast Hasan, of course I said yes. Hasan has a very good reputation here on Twitch. But really, I do think he's been getting away with too much for too long. So, he's known as one of the more attractive streamers, but if you think about it, that's not especially hard when you look at his competition. The beauty standards for guys on this site is so low that any guy over 5'8" that has a good jawline would be considered a god. Since Hasan is considered perfect by so many people, I think this means that he isn't getting enough of constructive criticism. And you know what? I want to change that. I have some tips and tricks for you how to improve yourself and become the man that chat always thinks that you were. First of all, let's talk about your sense of style. The whole e-boy look is cool and all, but really, you're a decade too old to be dressing like that. What man in their 40s is dressing like a teenager selling Yules in the school bathroom? Then we got your hair. You're like the Turkish Lord Farquaad from Shrek. I've never seen anyone choose a hairstyle that frames their 5 head instead of hiding it. And you know what? I was gonna Google a picture of the Turkish Lord just for reference, but I found a shirt that looks like something you would actually wear. I'll send you the link after the show if you're interested. The final bit of advice that I have isn't for Hasan, but for his community. I heard that Hasan claims that he has had sex with over 200 people. Chat, we all know this means that Hasan has had more sex than the entire Twitch chat combined. And guys, he still lives with his mother. You know you can do better than this. Maybe if you spent your Friday nights outside socializing, you could get laid. But instead you're watching Mommy's Boy getting angry over tweets for 9 hours. Thank you so much, Hasan, for letting me roast you. It was fun to finally be on a show where you would shut up and let me speak. Also, Austin, thank you so much for having me. My name is Candy, and this was fun. Don't hate me. Goodbye, everybody.
Candyland, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Candyland.
Buddha had nothing to do.
When someone else writes her jokes, she actually sounds really smart.
Well, no, you know what? She's actually educated. Did you know that? Candyland is educated, and she's living proof that just about anyone can get a degree if they fuck the professor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we practice laughing before the show. Can we laugh louder? I'm serious. In practice, we need to practice laughing a little bit harder, okay?
Here's the problem, Austin. We didn't know it was a joke.
No, it was serious. Okay, our first roaster of the day that is up is Mr. Yassuo. Let's give it up for Yassuo this evening. Sit down, Ray. I want to take a second to thank Mo for being one of the biggest inspirations on why I joined 100 Thieves. If Nadeshot is okay with the terrible content you put out, I knew this was a perfect place for me. Give it up for Mo!
True.
Yes. Good luck.
Candy's roast was a lot better than I expected, I won't lie.
Yes.
You said it was ass, but that wasn't that bad.
I didn't listen to it. That was the first time I heard it.
Well, most people don't.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hello, everyone. It's very inspiring to be on the show today with a lot of self-made creators and Austin.
That's fucked up.
And it's true. I'm not actually supposed to tell you guys this, but Austin's actually using this as a way to deflate Hasan's ego to the point where he actually has a shot with him. And we're all rooting for you, Austin.
Not happening.
Sorry if I get a little nervous while I'm up here. There are people attending that I really look up to, and I have been watching for years. Shout out SASHAGREY, everybody. Before we go any further, I want to make one thing very abundantly clear. Just so there are no arguments and no one is hurt, QTCinderella, these are all just jokes, okay? But I do want to get...
Don't boo him.
I didn't...
Take that too far.
But I do want to give you a big congratulations on your free agency. Maybe one day, Cutie, you'll join an org that people actually give a shit about. If I had $1 for everyone here who will make a sex joke about SASHAGREY, then it'd actually probably be positive gambling. And I'm down $250,000. Some of you may know that I've been playing League a lot less than I used to because it's absolutely miserable. You get in a game and you're stuck in a match for 30 minutes with losers, with rejects, and complete fucking morons. I have no idea how the fuck I'm gonna make it through 2 hours in the same room with you guys. I do want to give a big shout out to Austin for putting all of this together. He actually told me that he was working to make this as smooth as possible all week straight. I doubt that. The straight part, that is.
Yeah, no.
Okay. And also for Candyland, the joke is that he's gay.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, long blonde hair, beautiful eyes, and that damn cute smile. WillNeff is here, everybody. His parents always wanted a girl, and then they had Will. Imagine how gutted they're going to be when they finally find out. Honestly, Will, you've been killing it on Twitch lately, and I'm really proud of you. I think okay, relax. I think Will's a one-of-a-kind streamer. Most streamers try to use Twitch as a platform to get to bigger and better things, but not WillNeff. He came to Twitch after he failed to do the bigger and better things. Hey there, Jake. So close to me. Jake is proof that you don't need to live an eventful life to be an IRL streamer. You just have to beg popular streamers to hang out and then follow them around like a pet.
Okay, holy crap.
Jake Bake's girlfriend's named Water, which answers the age-old question. Water isn't wet. At least when... least when Jake's around. To Candyland, I'm glad you're not here. 2 years ago, you chose host for me on my show with Austin. I think it's pretty fitting that nowadays a host from me would be more viewers than you've gotten in 2 years.
Brutal. Mizkif didn't laugh at that one. He hates those jokes.
Wow, I don't hate the joke. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
He's just sensitive about his view count. That's what I mean.
I got you. You know what they say? Stop being the smartest person in a room of dumb people and start earning a place in a room of people smarter than you. Well, unfortunately for you, Candyland, you can't do either. I also just wanted to say welcome to Stavros on Twitch. You guys haven't seen him yet, but you'll see him soon. I hope you're liking it here so far. It's good to see that you already have the looks to match the amount of grooming on this website.
True.
And also, SASHAGREY is here, everybody. Although, I do really feel bad for you because you've been taking it on the chin tonight, and you probably continue to, Will. But I'm sure this isn't the first time, so you'll be all right. Finally, onto the man of the night, my friend, Hasan. Hasan, you've been killing it on Twitch recently and achieving all kinds of awesome things. I thought it was especially cool how you beat the Nameless King in 9 months. I was a bit surprised, though, because this is the only time I've ever heard you sticking around for the full 9 months. Hasan, I know you've been watching a lot of murder documentaries, and I was hoping you could use that knowledge to help us solve the how and why solution to that tragedy you call a haircut. Even after all I've witnessed in the LCS, those bangs are still the worst split I've ever seen.
That's why I'm wearing a hat today.
You do have to appreciate Hasan's viewers for still watching him, though, especially with what Hasan puts them through. I mean, the only break Hasan's viewers gets from his rants about how the rich are ruining America is when Hasan makes money off of subjecting them to capitalism's most manipulative advertisements every hour.
True.
It's hard to talk about Hasan and not mention his tiny skull. I do recall catching a little bit of your conversation, and I heard you talking to Sasha a little bit before the show. When you asked her for a little head, is that what you meant?
Don't expose me like that.
In all seriousness, Hasan, you're a great guy, and the fact that you've managed to climb up all the ranks and become one of the biggest streamers on the platform, all without becoming big-headed, really makes me proud. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Give it up for Mo. Nice job, Mo.
Guys,
Nice job. Are you okay, Hasan? Are you okay?
Mo's going to a seminar for gambling addiction. That's why he's dressed like this lady.
Actually, Sasha Gray's
Oh.
All right. Our next guest is SASHAGREY. SASHAGREY. SASHAGREY is an actress, musician, author, director, Twitch. Ah, fuck it. We all know what she's famous for. Give it up for SASHAGREY!
Thank you, Austin. Thanks for having me here tonight. Today is still day, right? I mean, as someone who grew up Catholic, I can confirm that you surround yourself with more young boys than my priest did. It's actually so it's quite concerning.
Literally true.
So many people don't know this, but I took the name Gray from Kinsey's Gray scale. Actually, it's called The Scale of Sexuality, and the picture of Dorian Gray, famous novel. So, in the tale, Dorian sells his soul to stay young forever, and the painting ages instead. Stavros is the living embodiment of both of these things. He's aged like shit, and, well, just like the painting, right? And he's made a number of women question their sexuality.
True.
beauty. Well, it's important to know. I think it's important to know at least that the roast show it's not a competition. Okay. We've seen how you handle losing. If you do get angry, though, we have another female streamer, Candyland, here that you can take out your insecurities on. So for the last several years, I've worked hard to break the stereotypes of sex work and women performing generic archetypes. I've acted, I've written, I make music, I stream, all in an attempt to show girls that they don't have to just shut up and smile and look pretty. But damn, then, man, I heard Candyland speak, and I'm like, I'm starting to rethink all of this. Jake and Bake, this is hard, man. I want to know, I feel for you.
What's happening?
I feel bad even saying this, but I know you've struggled a lot the last year not being able to do IRL streams, and it's sad to see how hard you've fallen. But the only thing that's fallen harder is when Mizkif dropped that golf cart on his mod's arm. I wasn't supposed to be here. That's what they always say. So when Austin told me there was going to be, tons of streamers here, and he showed me the list of everyone who was coming on tonight, he told me there was going to be a famous League streamer, and I got excited thinking it was Tyler One. But unfortunately, it was this Yassuo guy, and I'll say I was caught off guard when I heard how high-pitched your voice is.
We got a guest.
I'm not sure what's up with all the League streamers where they have to either sound or look like Muppets, but that's fine, I guess.
Except for Tyler One.
We got a guest.
We have a special guest. Here, I'll introduce you one after. Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Yeah.
I don't know why you look shook.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just scared, dude. Scared. I didn't realize anyone who was a comedy chop was going to be here tonight.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
No, it's all good. Thank God you came instead of Cody.
Chat, we have a surprise. Let's let Sasha finish.
Sorry.
I could take my time, don't worry. I'm used to finishing last. Thank you, Austin.
Yes.
These people don't get the sex joke Austin does, though.
I did. I also used to finishing last.
So Will was fired from the Young Turks not because of the quality of his work, but because they just didn't want to rebrand as the old fucks. Seriously, Will, congrats on joining Geriatric 4. And now the time has come for the other old man, Hasan. You guys know Hasan lives with his mother.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
It's surprising a streamer as popular as Hasan can have such obvious mommy issues, though. No wonder he dresses like a teenager when his mom lays out the clothes for him on his bed the night before. Seriously, Hasan, you dress like a 16-year-old from Ohio who started smoking weed for the first time and going to jam band concerts at the local state park. You stumble over your words like that same 16-year-old who just ate a bunch of mushrooms and got questioned by the park ranger. For real though, Hasan, between your constant eating, nail biting, gum chewing, and darker topics on stream, it's become a lot to swallow. Even for me. For someone who's so big-headed with his ideals, it always catches me off guard how physically small your head actually is. But I hope your dick isn't built like you are. And I know you went on a 90-day fiance kick, but that's no excuse to copy Big Ed's hairstyle. So I know a lot of women view you as a sex object, but if you were my sex toy, I I would hide the batteries. You have a face. You have a face that only a mother could love. But even then, I'm not sure she even does. Your gaming streams are so mundane, they should just be called a dribble. To paraphrase my favorite line from Full Metal Jacket, you play games like old people fuck. Slowly, lacking coordination, and with suspect moistness at the end.
One time I played a furry game. One time. Okay?
No kink shaming. No kink shaming. You are to gaming what Tesla is to the internal combustion engine. So recently I've been doing...
That was too smart for us.
Recently I've been doing cooking streams, secret sauce, and I made a dish inspired by you. Yeah, but even the garbage disposal wouldn't swallow it. Hasan doesn't have to pay for the full-length movies on the hub because he only lasts the title screen.
I'm working at it. I'm working at it.
That's all I got. That's all I got. So let me still. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Give it up for Sasha Gray. Our next guest is actually a surprise guest for Hasan and the audience. I'd like to give it up for Hasan's good friend, Noel Miller.
You all right? You weren't expecting me? I'm your fucking nightmare, aren't I?
I wanted to gear you up.
This is the only time I'm bigger than you, baby.
I know.
All right.
Barely.
Barely, yeah, barely. Just keep him sitting. All right. I'll be real. I didn't, I just wrote these like, I don't know, the other night, so I don't have as much prep. I also haven't done stand-up in a while. I just haven't done this in a while, which is, common for people who fuck around with Hasan. So that's what they all say before they get in his bed. Anyway, all right, here we go. I want to thank you, Austin, for inviting me out to this glorified Russian cam girl house. I say that because 100 Thieves is used to watching their talent choke on camera.
Burn.
These are just jokes. It's a good thing I didn't go in on Sasha on that bit. I'm joking. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Had I known you were going to be here now. Hasan's a smart guy. Intellectuals hate him because he's the only guy on record to get pussy from Marxism. So, for everyone watching at home, Hasan is as big as you think he is. He's huge. I think he's like 19.5. Big legs, big shoulders, and big hands, which makes it really nice when he wants to squeeze your stimulus check for a tier 3 sub. We all know Hasan is Turkish and attractive. The only time this dude isn't Turkish is when Armenian girls send him nudes. Hasan uses Face App to figure out what his Muslim fans look like without their hijab. You think that's bad. This one might be mean. Hasan is jealous of white people because it's acceptable for them to fuck their uncles. No? All right. All right.
Oh, Jesus.
Hasan is Muslim. I was going to make a 72 virgins in heaven joke, but that'd be wrong, because that's just extremist propaganda. Nowhere in the Quran is a man promised virgins, because there are no virgins in heaven. They're all in Hasan's chat. That's all I got, man.
That was incredible. One more round of applause for Noel. Amazing job. Are you doing okay, Hasan?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
okay.
for sure.
It's about to get a lot worse. Everybody, please welcome the only person who paid to be on today's show, Jake and Bake Live, everybody. He's hoping this show will revitalize his IRL streaming now that he doesn't have to pretend to care about spreading COVID. By the way, Jake, your check bounced. Please cash at me before I let you continue with your bit. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jake and Bake Live. Good luck. Thanks. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thanks for helping me rejuvenate my career here. I'm actually really nervous. I feel like I'm in front of like a class, like giving a speech, and I'm probably not gonna be good at this. And I went after Noel, which is actually really scared because his shit was good, and mine's probably not gonna be good. But yeah, thanks for the lovely introduction there, Austin. I want to let you know that I think it's really brave of you to do something like a new show that's not catered solely to the Minecraft kids. I know you're just using them as bait to get James Charles back on, but regardless, it's refreshing to see you come up with something new. Yeah, we're very excited about that. That was a good one. People laughed. I'm excited. Now I'm feeling good. All right. Cool. Yeah. So before we talk about Hasan, let's talk about, take a few words for everybody else sitting here. So let's start off with the real man of the hour, WillNeff. Will, it's been a pleasure getting to know you better these past few months. And to be honest, I always had some feeling something that was a little bit off with you. At first, I thought it was maybe how you dressed or styled your hair, and then I thought maybe it was just the fact that your vocal cords sound like they've taken more dicks than Sasha. Yeah. But I quickly realized it was just your unhealthy obsession with sketch comedy. Like there was a skit about a pill to make you gay or something, and if you and Hasan wanted to fuck so bad, you guys could have definitely done it by now. Yeah, anyways, sorry. Sasha, I want to apologize. I didn't mean to throw you in there. I actually wanted to do some research so I could get a good, halfway decent joke with you, but every time I started, I only got about 30 seconds done before I had to clean up, so I didn't really get a good one. That's about all I had. Yeah. By the way, Austin, where do I send the receipts for those 2 keyboards I ruined? Yeah. Get them for you? Yeah, send them here. Sweet. All right. Well, speaking of broken keyboards and ruining keyboards, my boy Yassuo is here. What's up, dude? Yeah, old meme. Find the clip later. Many of you probably don't know this, but Mo used to work at a law firm where he did the difficult job of getting his boss coffee. So it's really cool to see how far you've come from getting coffee for a no-name lawyer to getting it for Valkyrie. Yeah.
True. Congratulations.
Talk about a come up. Yeah, super. Yeah, that's great. And I know you guys. It's nice to see QTCinderella and Candyland back on a Austin show. Candy's not here, but Candy, I wanted to thank you specifically because when COVID hit, like Austin said, I was forced to kind of stop doing IRL, and I was really worried about the content I would do to maintain viewers on my stream. Then I happened to watch one of your streams, and I realized that as long as I have water on stream or my mute E-Shy every now and then, I can still farm the viewers, and you really are an inspiration to the importance of a good thumbnail, so thanks Candyland for that. Yeah. But now Cutie, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually like super scared of you, like terrified. Yeah. No, really. If I was to combine your, charming personality with Ludwig's haircut, we'd probably have the ultimate Karen on Twitch. Yeah. I'm actually scared. I'm not going to do any more jokes of you. Stavros. I've never met Stavros. I've seen some pictures of him, and I think it's important that you stay several feet away from the women here so they don't mistake you for Ron Jeremy. I'm not nearly as fashionable as Will or Hasan, but it's safe to say that you chose the wrong individual to style you. And you might as well wear a Cosby sweater while you're at it. Laughed. Thank you. Hey, he's not here. I need to like see his reaction. You know, I'm trying. All right, I've never met him, so it's kind of, you know, it is what it is.
He's out. You can meet him now.
He just got released from prison today.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Thanks, dude. That's my boy Noel. Yeah. And now we're on the main man Hasan. So Hasan, what's up, dude? How you doing? Looking good. I'm actually scared of you roasting me. I'm really terrified of that.
Oh, no.
But before I start, Austin, is it close to the top of the hour? I want to make sure that we leave enough room for Hasan to sell out his soul to the corporate giant Amazon. Yeah, and Hasan, you need to make sure that Daddy Bezos makes his cut of Hasan's preaching of wealth distribution today. And if you wanted to sell your soul to the devil even more and just betray all of your beliefs, I'm sure Elon would work a deal out for you to get a Tesla logo branded on you. Yeah. Honestly, the only thing that keeps you slightly relatable to your audience is the fact that you have no credit, you live with your mother, and your best friend looks like he sells weed to teenagers at 7-Eleven.
It's on teens, dude.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got. But in all honesty, dude, it's been really cool to kind of hang out with you and become better friends with you this past year. I've been in LA, and really happy to be here. So, you know, props to Hasan.
I'm not holding back.
You don't have to.
Okay.
All right.
Nice job, Jake.
That was great.
Give it up for Jake. One more round of applause for Jake. All right, we got coming up next, we have one of my very favorite people. No, it actually is you. It is WillNeff. Let's a big round of applause for WillNeff. I will say, I know we're here to roast, but what a week you've had, Will. Saving a cat from traffic. It's not even a joke. He ran out in the middle of the 101 and saved a kitten. And that kitten is here with us today, ladies and gentlemen. It's in the other room because... never mind. I was going to make a joke. It would have been inappropriate. I didn't write that one down. Something about pussy and Hasan being here. I don't know. Anyway, WillNeff is your favorite streamer's favorite streamer, which explains his 10 viewers being here. WillNeff, everybody.
Hasan was gonna bang the cat.
Well, that's why I didn't say it.
Now that's a good joke.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say it.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I wrote most of these while I was sitting down, just because I've had a very busy week.
Yes.
What with being a hero in real life, Hasan just pretends to be one to fleece commies. So, Austin.
Yes.
I know Austin says Hasan is not his type, but when Hasan fell off that rodeo bull after 5 seconds, his face looked like a kid who had just found out the truth about Santa Claus. It's always laughable when Austin says Hasan isn't his type, because given half the chance, he would suck the Turkish off his dick. I've roasted Cutie twice in the last 2 weeks. So all I'm going to say is Cutie does her makeup like she's trying to look like the last 5 minutes of a SASHAGREY video. Oh, shit. Candy. I was supposed to actually have the kitten in my lap during the stream today, but Austin was worried that the loud noises and lights would scare the kitten. That's actually the same reason that Candy wasn't in the room today. Candy's boobs look like an elementary school kid's first attempt to draw tits. Candy's boobs look like when Esfand put those 2 dodgeballs in his Hawaiian shirt. Oh, shit. All right. Yaz is here. Yaz has been doing gambling streams. I'm excited for T1 to start doing them too, so I can see him lose at that to him as well. Yassuo's gambling streams have fucked over more kids than saved the kids' coin. Yassuo looks like Hasan with progeria.
That's a big word. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Jake's here. Jake is like bracing for impact. Jake looks like the most generic white dude I've ever seen. In another life where he didn't stream, he'd be doing cell phone commercials. Jake and Bake looks like the dude who comes in the picture that comes with the frame when you buy a picture frame. Most people are surprised when they find out how many languages Jake speaks. I was not, because he must be doing something amazing with his mouth to keep water around. The dude can probably eat pussy in Mandarin. The only person I have seen naked more than Sasha is Stavros. My God, can this man take a tasteful nude? Stavros looks like a cherub angel from a Renaissance painting that discovered shake and bake meth at an early age. If I didn't know who you were, I would think you were some nerd at the CASHAPP compound cosplaying Danny DeVito. Being a fan of Cumtown is like being a fan of pedophilia. You can never talk about it in public without being outcast from society.
One's worse. I won't say which.
Yeah. Sasha Grey is here. Sasha Grey's adult film was instrumental in my development. Not because it was the first porn I had ever seen, but rather because it was the first porn that made me stop and think, my God, that's someone's daughter. There's nothing quite like an octuple blowbang to help a young man discover post-nut clarity. I would get done jerking off and think, I'm going to die one day. All right, we're on to Hasan. I just roasted Hasan, so most of these are just shitty things about him as a human and not really jokes.
No.
Okay. Before Connor Eats Pants agreed to adopt the kitten, I was sure Hasan would, because if you know Hasan like I do, there's little in life he enjoys more than a little dirty pussy. This is so mean. Twitch has destroyed Hasan's good looks. Every stream he does, he looks more like Steven Seagal.
You fucking asshole.
Hasan is like family to me in that he has kicked me, his brother, and his mother out of his house to have sex with strippers. That's not a joke.
Is that true?
Hasan is the cause of... Hasan is the cause of more abortions than incest. Hasan's thumbs look like a burn victim's dick. You really have to get a close-up of these things. They're fucking awful.
They're not good.
They're
not good.
so bad. Hasan is so cheap that I've seen him Uber pool girls home after sex.
Wait, what? That's not true.
That's the end of my little bit, but I just want to say Hasan has been an amazing friend to me. He saved my life in more ways than one, and I would be nowhere without him. I accept the golden retriever a bit because if I could belong to anyone, it'd be my best friend because he's one of the most genuine and amazing people I know.
Aww. That was wonderful, dude. You son of a bitch.
He is sweating dick right now.
It's hot. I'm sitting on a black leather seat.
How about a round of applause for WillNeff? That was incredible. That was incredible, Will. You just wrote those while you were sitting down?
90% of them.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Will, thank you. Let's give it up for our next roaster, who was actually the producers of the show gave me a run of show, and they put Stavros first, which I was like, why? His roast is really good, but it would make more sense if he was first because you all roasted him, and he hadn't gone, so nobody knew who the fuck we were roasting. So up next is Stavros, the only guy whose introduction isn't just a formality. Stavros is a nude Instagram model and responsible for answering the age-old question, is there any naked dude that won't turn me on? Who the fuck wrote this for me? I didn't know. I didn't write this. I didn't read my. They knew I wasn't going to read this before. That's bullshit. Anyway, let's give it up for our next roaster who couldn't be here in person, but is going to who recorded a video remotely. Give it up for Stavros, everybody.
Hell yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm stoked to be here. I wish I could be there in person with you guys. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm not the guy who owns the diner by Hasan. I'm his friend, a comedian, Stavros Halkias. I am excited to be here, and I'm really thankful that Austin, that you invited me to be on this roast. And in fact, before we start the jokes, I want to seriously commend you. You know, I think it was really brave of you to come out of the closet to deflect from the fact that you were doing brownface on this platform for years. So kudos to you for pulling a Kevin Spacey. You also pull a Spacey move every time you interview Minecraft streamers, by the way. I mean, come on, dude. Could you do something less creepy? Like, I don't know, drive a windowless van full of ring pops and condoms around? Thank you for putting this together, Austin. I know you're short on time today. I heard your boyfriend just got his braces taken off. You know, although to be honest, a lot of people say Austin's gay, and I'm not sure Austin is actually gay. Gay men tend to dress well and be entertaining. Austin dresses like a closeted Tampa jet ski dealer. I don't know if you guys know this, but the man of the hour, our boy Hasan, he once jacked off using a basketball. Side note, Austin just changed his name again. It's Spalding now. Anyway, why don't we move on? Let's move on from the gayest guy at the roast to the one who seems the gayest. From jailbait to gay bait, let's move on to WillNeff, everyone. Yes. At least I think that's WillNeff. It could be the singer of a Creed cover band. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, Will has actually sent in audition tapes to SNL, which is really interesting. They're actually the most disturbing deliveries 30 Rockefeller Plaza has received since they got anthrax in the mail. Will used to work for BuzzFeed, right? We all know that. Here's a little BuzzFeed quiz. Which mediocre streamer who wouldn't have a career without Hasan are you? Trick question. The answer is always WillNeff. Yeah. Let's also give another shout out to our boy Hasan. Very strong. The guy's lifting weights all the time, and he's actually really strong. I mean, he carries 250 pounds of useless sidekick every day with him. So salute to you, Hasan. Why don't we move on to QTCinderella? You're very funny. I watched some of these roasts. You're really good at this. I even checked out your YouTube channel, and I have to say, your YouTube channel answers the question, what if a boring reality show had the production value of my mom's FaceTime calls? Seriously, though, Cutie, you are very inspiring. I mean, if you're hot enough to have a career on Twitch, that is great news for divorced waitresses everywhere. Really, Cutie, you're almost hot enough to play Eminem's mom in an off-Broadway production of 8 Mile. No, but of course, you know, being a Tampa 6 isn't why she's doing well, right? We all know that. Cutie is dating a way more popular streamer, Ludwig. Yes, Cutie is one of the rare people to sleep her way to the top by fucking a bottom. So congrats for that. Cutie was recently tweeting in support of Britney Spears. And I think we can all agree, if there has to be one talentless blonde imprisoned by her father, it should be you, Cutie. I'm kidding, of course. Britney is incredibly talented. You know, Cutie, if you're going to be an average-looking blonde with no charisma and boring streams, the least you could do is have huge fake tits. So speaking of which, Candyland, right? Candyland, I don't understand how you have a following. I mean, I guess your number one demographic is men who have not heard of pornography. Is that right? I mean, let's be honest. If it wasn't for horny 11-year-olds with parental controls on their Wi-Fi, you'd be grinding up horse meat for IKEA meatballs right now. Candyland reminds me of another Swedish production, Midsummer. And by that, I mean, I would rather jump off a 100-foot cliff than watch one of her streams. She calls herself Candyland. Judging by her tits, I'm guessing it's a hard candy. Really, who did those things? Your titties look like they're filled to the brim with Werther's Originals. I don't know. I guess maybe boob jobs are cheaper in Sweden because you assemble them yourself. Anyway, that's enough misogyny for now, right? Let's move on to Mo. Mo, I'll be honest, I'm not that familiar with your work. I have gotten pussy before. So, but from what I can tell, you make content for 100 Thieves, but they never let you play in the real games. Is that right? I guess you're basically the equipment manager of an esports team. Tough. Must be tough to get it stuffed into a virtual locker every day. If the good players on 100 Thieves had any upper body strength, they'd give you a wedgie. Mo, you're like the Michael Jordan of League of Legends in the sense that you're hard to work with and you're a full-blown gambling addict. I mean, I've seen some of these videos where you're flipping out. Mo has the rage only a virgin can possess. I'm confident the only thing you've ever smashed is a mechanical keyboard. Mo, you're not good enough to be on an esports team, yet you named yourself after a League of Legends character. That's kind of like Hasan choosing to call himself Rachel Maddow. Let's go to Jake. Again, Jake, I'm sorry. I don't really know your stuff too much. From what I can tell, Jake is a weeb. Weeb, of course, standing for white, extremely effeminate bitch. Jake, I saw you playing basketball with Hasan and Mo, and you're honestly one of the better streamer basketball players. Which is kind of like being the streamer who's the best at finding the clitoris, though, if we're being honest. Jake, everyone seems to think you're a cool guy, but I don't know, man. Anytime a generic-looking white guy moves to Asia to get pussy, I don't trust it, right? I mean, there's no way you're not a sex criminal. Seriously, Jake went to China for college, Japan to stream, and next he's going to Thailand to avoid extradition. When COVID hit, that put a stop to your streaming temporarily, Jake. So maybe all the deaths were worth it, right? Silver lining. Why don't we move on to the one person at this roast that deserves any admiration, and that's Sasha. Sasha, I just want to say, as someone who looks like he directs amateur pornography, I have nothing but respect for you. Okay. Seriously, you're the only person who's ever had an actual job. You're the only person who's ever worked for a living. Sasha, I've seen you lick a toilet on camera, and this is still the most degrading thing you've ever done online. Sasha likes to call herself uncle. Folks, now, that's one uncle I wouldn't mind getting molested by. Am I right? Really, though, Sasha, this is the biggest collection of douchebags you've ever associated with since you were on Entourage. This roast is beneath you, honestly. The other people on this dais haven't done as much for the world with their entire body of work as you've done with your anus. Speaking of assholes, why don't we go to the big Turkish one that we're all here for today? Hasan. Hasan, buddy. I'm happy to be here. Wish I could be there in person roasting you. But I do have some thoughts, right? Hasan, like I mentioned before, Hasan used to jack off by rubbing a basketball on his penis. Which for a Twitch streamer makes you a varsity athlete, basically. I have to hand it to you, though, Hasan. You've made a career by being the smartest Twitch streamer, which is kind of like being the least homophobic man in Turkey. Hasan, I got to say, it is cool that you came on this platform full of horny alt-right teenagers and are covering the news from a left perspective. I think it's cool. I think it's good that you did that, but why do you got to dress like that? Seriously, dog. You're too old for the aesthetic. You were really good at playing Among Us with AOC. I think because your entire life is nothing but playing Among Us with your Gen Z viewers, right? Maybe if I wear this choker with a lock on it, they won't realize I'm 30. They'll realize, buddy, okay? You dress like a bully on Euphoria. I mean, you dress like the kind of bully that would give you a swirly for using the wrong pronouns. You look like you're going undercover to bust a high school Xanax ring. You dress like a guy who sex traffics TikTokers. Maybe when you get your learner's permit, you should come over here and we could do the Busset Challenge together. That's what you dress like, by the way. You're not that guy. But seriously, you do. Seriously, there's more jokes about how you dress, by the way. You do dress. You dress like a youth pastor that does ketamine, Hasan. You know, you're going to have a heart attack one day and be like, get my pills. You know the fucking vibes. Hasan, you can wear 4 rings on your hand at once. It's not bringing back your early 20s, dude. I'm sorry. With all those rings on your hand at once, you look like the Thanos of whining about Ben Shapiro. You look like you vape your ED medicine. All right, enough about your fucking style. I got to give it to you, though, buddy. You are very successful. As far as Twitch goes, you're incredibly successful. You are a proud Turk, though. I will give that to you. One time you told me most Turks lose their virginity to prostitutes, and you're such a patriot, you still only fuck whores.
True.
You're a good guy. Hasan lives with his mom, which is nice, but isn't a part of you ashamed? You know, that you make this sweet woman sleep under the same roof where you're getting pegged. I mean, really, this poor lady's had a long day of boiling donkey meat or, you know, whatever Turks eat. And down the hall, you're moaning while a girl on her night off from OnlyFans is eating your ass. Seems a little disrespectful. No. But anyway, buddy, love you. Thanks for having me. Thanks, Austin, for inviting me. And to all the nice people that I don't know that I said horrific things about, sorry, but wish I could have said it to your face in person. But thanks, guys, and have a good rest of the roast.
Give it up for Stavros. Give it up for Stavros. He couldn't be here. He's all the way in New York, but unbelievable job. Up next, last but not least, before we get to the man of the hour, we have QTCinderella. Let's welcome QTCinderella to the show, everybody. QT absolutely killed it last time on the roast. Isn't it getting a bit suspicious how good she is at being mean? When are we going to realize that she's actually just a terrible person? Chat's always talking about how the roast shows bring out the old QTCinderella. I mean, just look at those wrinkles. We've definitely got the old cutie today. Oh my God! Give it up for QTCinderella!
Jesus Christ! Oh look, Austin's roast that someone else wrote for him. Cool. Oh God. That was hard to follow. This is hard to follow. That's not fair. Well, Austin, I want to say you've given Minecraft stans hope. You've proven that if you obsess over a man, tweet about him constantly, and have no moral compass, you can someday be in the same room as your favorite streamer. If you watch Hasan often, you know that sometimes Austin will call him when he's streaming. Hasan loves it because it's easy content, and Austin loves it because it helps him come faster.
Oh, God.
Really, though, Austin, thank you so much for having me here. This is literally the second time this week I've had to carry your career on my back. And that's just this week. If we look at your whole career, I was carrying it when you were still Indian. So. Austin, you have been doing a great job bringing a new audience to Twitch. And unlike a lot of content creators, you haven't used your newfound clout for sexual favors from your viewers. And that's because 19-year-old boys in your audience are still too old for you.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
Speaking of young men, Yassuo is here. Yassuo's voice sounds like he swallowed an entire tank of helium. Yassuo did a great thing this year. During COVID, he single-handedly kept every cocaine dealer in LA in business. Good job. Mo actually had a really hard year. This is true. This is all true. His girlfriend broke up with him. A lot of shocking information come from it. The fact that she lied about her age, to the fact that she's previously been married, to a fake cease and desist letter. And when the truth came out, the most shocking revelation was that, Mo, you had sex? I feel bad for any woman that Yassuo has ever gone down on. The carpet burn from his unibrow must be unbearable. So many lovely ladies here too. I'm not unique for being a woman on Twitch. I'm unique because I'm the only woman on Twitch that hasn't tried to sleep with Hasan. It's true. Even more unique because I'm the only woman that Rice Gum hasn't sexually harassed. So. Rice Gum was supposed to be here today, but he was feeling sick, even to the point that he was throwing up. Don't worry though, guys. I asked him if it felt good. Thank you. Despite what you might think based on appearances, Will and Hasan aren't the oldest people here. The title is held by lovely Sasha Grey. Claps. Don't worry, Sasha, you are still so beautiful. If the meta goes from stepsis to step grandma, you could totally make a comeback. Honestly, it's hard to roast Sasha and come up with anything new because she's already been spit roasted so many times. Sasha's taken so many blows to the head, she's going to need a CT scan before Logan Paul. I guess I'll never really understand porn. You had an amazing career with even smaller boobs than Stavros. So. Stavros. Stavros looks like Tweedledee and Tweedledum had an incestuous baby. Stavros has actually been really supportive with my battle with bulimia. He encourages me to throw up so he can eat it.
Wow.
Thank you so much. I'm just kidding. I don't know who the fuck Stavros is. I did some research I Googled some things and I learned that he almost died from a threesome. It must have been from them holding the bag over his face too long. I'm actually curious. I don't know if it still counts as a threesome if he counts as two of the people. I actually really admire Stavros for being so body and STD positive. He's really brave. Stavros, I recently learned your podcast is called Cum Town, which was a little confusing because that's what we call Candyland's house. So. Thank you, Austin. Always my biggest fan. I love Candyland, though. Candyland has always been a gamer at heart. Actually, if you guys didn't know, she named herself after the most complex strategy game she always knew how to play. So. Candyland is so dumb, she still doesn't realize she spelled candy wrong. Spelled it with a K. A surprising fact about Candy is she actually has a degree in computer science. When I asked what the hardest part was, she said her professor's dick. So. I'm kidding. She actually did a lot of work. It was just all on her knees. Jake and Bake is here. Or as I like to call him, nobody fucking cares. So. Jake, your IRL streams have gotten so repetitive, you make Mizkif look original. I'm sorry, I couldn't get it out.
That was brutal.
I've seen a lot of guys stoop to the lowest lows for content, but Jake and Bake got in a hot tub with Indy Fox. Was the pink eye worth it?
I actually got an infection on my knee.
Yeah. That makes sense. I was excited to be the funniest woman to hear today, but then I realized Will was on the list. Will began his comedy career as an intern at the Laugh Factory, and it was there he found his true passion and calling, being stuck in someone's shadow while they carry all the glory. I'm really proud of you, Will. You're finally starting to make a name for yourself. You're becoming known as the guy Hasan auto hosts, which is really cool. Will dresses like a lesbian on her wedding day.
It's true.
Will has actually had a blossoming career at the moment. He just got signed to G4. Hit 5K subs on Twitch, has a new post on LSF every day, and with all that excitement, I wanted to ask you how you sleep at night, but I already know it's with a little of Hasan's leftover cum in your ass. So.
I'm the top.
Time for Hasan.
Oh, brother.
The guy that gets away with absolutely everything. This guy has more sex with female streamers than all of Twitch staff combined. Only by a few, you guys. They have to stay in band somehow. Hasan has stooped to a new low. He refuses to leave his house to the point that Will has been picking out his outfits. Now both of you look like one of Sasha Grey's co-stars. Hasan is pro everything. Pro socialized healthcare, pro sex work, pro life, pro Pisha.
True.
I don't know if any of you have noticed, but Hasan's laugh sounds like two donkeys fucking. Which is also nice because it reminds him of his parents.
Oh my God!
Sorry, it's at the bottom. I gotta fold it up. I've spent more time with Hasan these past few months than ever before, and I've been learning a lot lately. Like, one thing I learned the other day is he doesn't actually like seafood. Sorry, Sasha. It's okay. He doesn't like loose vaginas either. Sorry, Will. I also learned that he used to ride horses as a hobby. This was a hobby he didn't want to give up, but he had to because the last time he got on a horse, it sent itself to the glue factory.
This is true. My horse did die. True.
Another fact is that he's a medical phenomenon. Doctors can't figure out why his body hit puberty, but his head didn't. The tough thing about being famous on Twitch is getting dragged into all these beefs and drama, like me and Bab City, or Ludwig and Aiden Ross, or Hasan in the World Trade Center.
Oh, shit.
Regardless, though, I have been spending a lot of time with Hasan, and he is the sweetest guy in the whole world, and I'm just lucky to have him in my vicinity and all these great people here today. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, cutie. Oh, one more round of applause. Fuck it. Give it up for cutie. Now, we have the man of the hour, our star tonight, Mr. HasanPikER.
Oh, boy.
I think we've all come to an agreement that Hasan is one of the most attractive men on the platform. Yeah. So much so, he turned me into a gay man named Austin. I didn't write this. For someone as tall, attractive, and intelligent as you are, I'm glad there's at least some poetic justice in the world that God gave you that stupid fucking laugh.
What the fuck?
At this point, I would tell you all to give this man a round of applause, but I think we can all agree he has probably had the clap enough already. Give it up for HasanPikER!
Okay. Hold on.
God, you're fucking huge.
All right. Do I have to pull this up, or what are we gonna do here? Okay, hold on.
You're good.
I'm a little nervous because everybody had incredible performances leading up to this moment, except for Jake. So I'm just kidding.
I don't know why I said that. Jake was great.
I don't know why I said that. I did actually have a hard time writing this, especially because like I've roasted half the people in here already. But you know, Austin, repeat content. This is normal. All right. So I want to start off by saying thank you, Austin, and thank you everyone who showed up today. While normally someone would use this opportunity to fire shots back at everyone who has been talking shit for the past couple hours, but honestly, I'm going to pull a page from the Steven Crowder's book and bring up how you're all too irrelevant for me to even waste my time on. That's a political joke that one of his writers wrote, for the record. I didn't write political jokes. I'm just going to put that out there. Okay. Unfortunately, I took a page out of Austin's book today, and I'm very unprepared, as I already mentioned. But then again, no matter how little I prep, it's not like it was going to be as bad as Mizkif's performance. Yeah. And I don't mean in bed. He's bad at that too, though. His dick doesn't work. Okay. Sorry. Of course, I think my time would be better spent using this platform to address some of the real hard-hitting issues affecting not just the people of our country, but people all around the world. I'm just fucking with you guys. Let's just do this, okay? Obviously, I don't do that. All right. With it being Pride Month, the end of Pride Month, I think it's only right we begin with addressing Austin here. Since in true Pride fashion, our resident gay has partnered up with CASHAPP. Nothing speaks to the acceptance of marginalized gay youth like CASHAPP. Use your CASHAPP. Okay.
It's true. It's true. Exclamation point CASHAPP.
Yeah. It's awesome to see how progressive and accepting America has gotten over the years when it comes to LGBTQ plus rights. But when I see how horny Austin publicly gets now, I sometimes think maybe it's not so awesome. Maybe we shouldn't be as accepting. Austin, I do want to say the show is a lot better than your lover host show. I couldn't have been the only one getting tired of seeing the same 5 girls compete over teenage Minecraft stars. Just kidding. The Minecraft audience will literally eat any slop you feed them. Okay?
Oh my God.
I mean, they watch Jay Schlatt after all. Okay? Yeah. Well, when he streams. Which, of course, speaking of never streaming, Austin. At first, I always... Only you clapped at that.
I did. Nobody else clapped. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. At first, Austin knows all about never streaming, right? And at first, I always encouraged him to do more, but now I realize the more Austin streams just means I have to stream for him. So I'm here to take back my original request. Austin, please stream less, okay? Speaking of people who should stream less, QTCinderella's here. Okay. Oh, crazy QTCinderella. I got some bad news. Your career as the designated crazy lady on the platform is in jeopardy. Trisha Paytas said she's coming onto the platform. So you're fucked. But hey, if all else fails, you can get in a hot tub and try that out for a spin. You know, at least that way you won't be having sex with the guy giving you all your views for once. Listen, I had to go for low blows. I already roasted QTCinderella a bunch, so it's just like I'm trying out new material. It's gonna get real sexist. Okay? Cutie does have something in common with the actual Cinderella. Cinderella scrubbed the floors, and Cutie gets viewers from Ludwig. Both of their knees hurt. That's it. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna pass on the last joke. All right, let's just get to.
Do it.
That wasn't mine. Okay, let's get to our next roast recipient, WillNeff. Yeah. You guys already know this. Will's my best friend. You know, that speaks for itself. I'm sorry for that, brother, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Now, Will, I always thought that you would be better off.
Let's look at the lake.
Well, I always thought you would be better off as the funny fat friend. Then I saw how your face looked this past week, and I quickly realized I was terribly wrong. My God. Okay. On a serious note, congratulations to Will on joining G4. Congratulations. Good job. I'm not sure what it is with your obsession with trying to join groups that are struggling to survive. You tried BuzzFeed, then you attempted to work for SNL, and now G4. What are you going to do? Are you going to hit up Bobby Lee to bring back Mad TV? I mean, there was another thing, like, it was Venn, and as soon as I heard Will was joining Venn, I was like, all right, the platform's going to shit. It's going to crash and burn. But listen. As a failed comic, you, of course, did the one thing everyone in your shoes would do. Create a podcast with your more successful friend. Yeah. And speaking, of course, of creating podcasts with your most successful friend, that brings me to my next roast recipient, Stavros Halkias. None of you know who he is, but
That joke could have gone 2 ways, by the way.
yeah. Fair. Stavros is one of the hosts of a podcast called Come Town, for those of you who don't know. The favorite podcast for homeschooled school shooters.
Oh my God.
Sorry. It's true. Listen, at least they're minimizing damage. Okay. Many of you don't know who Stavros is, and that's probably a good thing. Okay. But since most of you don't know who Stavros is, I'll just give you some facts about him. Stavros is Greek, and of course, he's really proud of his Greek heritage. He's so proud, in fact, he's trying his whole life to look like one of the Greek islands. That was poor delivery on my part. Sorry. It's a much lighter joke. That's not mine. It's a much lighter joke than what I would normally say, but I'm worried it'd be worse than what my people did to his. Then again, probably not. Absolutely nothing is worse than what Stavros has done to himself. As a Turkish man, though, I do personally love the visibility he offers to the world about what Greeks actually look like, contrary to the Adonis statues that you see. It's got to eat away at Stav every day, knowing that Lizzo made a multi-million-dollar brand out of giving up. Meanwhile, Stavros is still testing his material at Applebee's open mic night. Or something worse than Applebee's open mic night, the Austin show.
What? I thought you were done with me.
I'm sorry. No.
The fuck?
But it's all good, brother. Keep spending hours honing your craft and perfecting these best lines you can come up with. After all, it must be hard for you to realize that we all have more viewers in our offline chat than Stavros will ever have at his shows. But in all honesty, Stavros does great work promoting body positivity. Who knew he could be so inspiring when the most positive thing about his body was the diabetes test? But really, Stavros, you're a great friend and an even better person. I'm just sorry, you couldn't make it in person here today. I tried hard to get Austin to host a show in a building, but unfortunately there was none he could find that was within 100 feet of a school.
Where the fuck did these jokes come from?
Okay. Anyway, you can find Stavros cackling like a hyena on Come Town, a podcast exclusively for white teens who want to say the N-word, which is of course Rice Gum's audience as well. Unfortunately, Rice Gum could not be here. I do have some roast for him, but speaking of Come Town, SASHAGREY is here. It's hard to roast SASHAGREY. It really is. I swear. I have no joke. I mean, honestly. Sasha is known for a number of things, from music to writing to her podcasts and now streaming. And who could forget her acting? Now, as a big fan of yours, as big as a fan of yours as I am, I cannot stand here and lie to you and say that everything you've done has been a work of art. I'm going to be honest. In fact, some of them are downright terrible. I'm honestly not sure which is more embarrassing. The fact that you did the Seinfeld porn parody or that you were on Entourage. I think it's safe to say that Entourage was more damaging to the image of women than any number of crazy sex work things that has ever happened and ever could be happening. I mean, seriously, at this point, I have an easier time explaining I'm watching porn to people than Entourage. Like, it's the one thing I would switch to if someone walked in on me watching. Sasha is a legend in her field, and I'm truly honored to stand by her today. She's a living, breathing testament that you don't have to be in a hot tub to succeed on Twitch. You just have to do a fuckload more beforehand, and then, Anyway, speaking of hot tub streamers, we got Jake and Bake here. I'm excited. I guess they told you that like a bunch of big streamers were going to be here and we're going to do an IRL stream. They lured you in here. Yeah. Okay. Jake and Bake, I think you would have done well on Mizkif's roast. You both could have bonded over your receding hairlines and using your girlfriend in your YouTube thumbnails. Yeah. I've been really enjoying the car streams recently. I do worry about your driving sometimes, though. You drive a little too fast from time to time. I'm pretty sure a car wreck is probably a violation of the terms of service, but you don't have to worry about that since no one will be watching to report it. There's the old phrase, you can't look away from a car crash unless it's on Jake's stream, then it's easy to not watch it. I love how when Austin came out, people couldn't believe it. It's actually the same reaction people have when Jake claims he's straight. But look, all jokes aside, look, I'm actually proud of Jake. Jake follows the time-honored tradition of white people who failed to colonize China and settled at stealing their women.
Oh my God.
My man took some...
Oh my God.
My man took semester at sea and turned it into his personality and brand. I feel like Jake is our own Ollie London. For those of you who don't know, Ollie London is that famous British reality TV star. You know what I'm talking about. Noel, this is like half of your content is like watching reality TV. But instead of getting plastic surgery to look Korean and call himself Jimin, he settled for a Ricer, his Honda Civic Type R, and an anime mute. Somehow the only thing worse than a weeb is like what you do.
Give it up for Jake.
Yeah.
Punch him in his nuts right now. No one's gonna say shit.
Also, since we're talking about Asian jokes, let's move on to the biggest one, Rice Gum. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today because he's hiding from the FBI for selling shitty cryptocurrencies. Look, I hate victim blaming, but after his 11th scam, if you still buy Rice Gum shit, you kind of deserve it. Okay? Like, what are you doing? Also, victim blaming would like be the 10th worst thing Rice Gum has ever done. It's not. That's all I got. I got more stuff about Rice Gum, but I'm just gonna pass by it because it's just maybe a little too brutal. Anyway, Yassuo is here. We're very excited. I asked Austin over and over again, like, please get Courage or Valkyrie, and unfortunately, all he could get was fucking Yassuo. Now, what are you gonna do? Yassuo's real name is Muhammad, for those of you who don't know, and I assume he named himself after a League of Legends character to appear less threatening, because, Muhammad is a little scary of a name for Americans. Little does he know, League of Legends is responsible for way more terror than guys named Muhammad. Yassuo, if you're going to name yourself after any character, you should have gone with Mickey Mouse for that annoying-ass voice you have. God damn. Okay. Sorry. I want to see what would happen if we made you huff helium, but I feel like the frequency would be so high-pitched only dogs would be able to hear it. Anyway, Muhammad, you are one of the people I had the fortune of seeing grow. And I mean that literally. Like he grew in size when I met him. Because when I first met him, he was 18 years old and about like a foot shorter than he is now. His voice didn't change, surprisingly. But that's besides the point. And then I hung out with you again when you were 20 years old. And you joined an esports org and it was awesome. And now you're 21 and completely addicted to gambling. There's more to that joke. Hold on. Imagine going from a life-ending addiction like League to online gambling. At this rate, next year, Yassuo will be streaming heroin. Mo, I tried to do some research on you to come up with a clever joke, but every time I looked up your name, it pulled up more references to Tyler 1 than when I Googled E-Rob. Yeah. Look, all jokes aside, I love Yassuo because he too is a disappointment to his Muslim parents. But speaking of parental disappointments, Candyland. Yeah. Oh, Candyland. I wanted to write something original about Candyland, and it's basically impossible. Her entire existence is one big blonde bimbo joke. Like, it's so hacky. It's just like, oh, you have big tits, you're blonde, you're stupid. Like, it's just all done before, right? But that won't stop me from trying, though. Unlike Candyland, who gave up trying the moment she realized she could just be hot and people will give her money. If I...
It's not funny, it's true.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's not even a joke.
Okay.
Candyland is watching the roast, by the way. Everybody wave to
Okay.
Candyland. Hi, Candy.
It's all good. She won't understand the jokes. If I go any harder on Candyland, people will cancel me for being ableist.
Oh, no!
I think I had to put in more work to hook up with Candyland in Super Seducer 3 than I would have to have in real life. Your acting in that game was so bad, I thought it was something directed by Sasha. Candy, I do appreciate that you're here, though. You took the time out and you recorded that video today. I heard you mentioning that it took 2 hours to record. You know, an hour and 45 minutes of that was just trying to find the record button. But despite us both being bilingual, people continuously doubt our intelligence based on how hot we are. They call us himbo and bimbo, and it's totally unfair. However, after seeing the video you made today, I can somewhat see where they get the ideas from. That was not a joke that I wrote, by the way. Because I'm going to be honest with you, when Candyland is reading a script, which I was shocked by that she's capable of reading, she sounded very good. So good job. All right, well, that's it. I think that pretty much wraps it up. You know, Austin, thank you for having me on today. I missed a couple of the ad breaks, so, you know, you'll PayPal me later for that. Or fucking Cash App me later today. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. This was a wonderful experience.
Give it up for Hasan. Give it up for Hasan. Nice job. Nice job, Hasan. Nice job.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today for the roast of Jake and Bake.
Esfand. Get up in here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the man of the hour himself, Mr. HasanPikER. Thank you, Hasan, for putting yourself up to be roasted. And really, let's also give it up for Jake and Bake, who was roasted harder than anybody. Let's give it up for SASHAGREY, everybody. WillNeff, everybody. Mo, everybody. We have our two members of the audience, Mizkif and Esfand. Give it up for them. Noel Miller, absolute legend. Give it up for him. Connor Eats Pants, everybody. Candyland and Stavros, everybody who weren't able to join us in person. And last but not least, she picked host on my lover host, QTCinderella. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. This show has been brought to you by CASHAPP. Download it today in the App Store or Google Play Store and use code TwitchTV for $10. You can send money between friends, buy stocks, and even invest in Bitcoin. Don't forget to follow them on Twitch. I'm actually going to be streaming on their channel right... What?
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, everybody.
Yeah. Sponsored by Cash App.
I'm going to be streaming on their channel right now, giving away money to random streamers. Twitch.tv/CashApp. Right after this, we're going to raid in. I'd also like to give a big thanks to the 100 Thieves, Cash App compound, and the production crew. They put this together.
We're in the AT&T Valorant training room.
Yeah, well, we covered up the AT&T logo because it's a violation of my contract. But
we're in the Valorant training room.
Yeah, the Valorant training room. 100 Thieves put this together in 4 days. This was supposed to be remote. We got it together, and I want to thank all of you again for making it possible. Thank you very much. I've had a fantastic, busy, stressful week. This is a great end to it. I'm going to be streaming on CASHAPP, and I want to thank you guys all for hanging out. That's it from here. Have a wonderful day, everybody. We'll see you over at CASHAPP. Thank you.
Thank you.